Hey guys, it is Monday. It's a gloomy Monday. Look at that. Look out behind me. Look at that. We actually had a bad thunderstorm rolling, bad enough to knock out my dad's power and the internet at Staples. So, very gloomy, cloudy day. Made better by the fact that my brother got off work, went to State Speedway because it was so hot and humid, and they had pumpkin spice Krispy Kreme donuts, which I fell in love with last year. I absolutely love them. So my brother got me one. I came home after work. I changed in my K2SO casual outfit and hoofed it back to Speedway. Got myself a Slurpee. A Slurpee that is orange cream, cherry, and Coke. So good. And grabbed the last 3 Krispy Kreme pumpkin spice donuts they had so I could have one for breakfast the rest of my work week. So yeah, that's how crazy I am about pumpkin spice. I legitimately went and I grabbed the last 3 because I'm like, I'm grabbing them because normally I get the bags of the mini crullers, or however you saw, like the mini donuts. I usually get the bags of those, but they don't have them in yet, so I just grabbed the last 3 cake donuts. So yay! So, update on my bike. Quick update. My mom is actually, I thought I wouldn't get my bike fixed till next Wednesday. Have to take it to Ray's because of the frame, but my mom is thinking that the frame might not be bent or damaged anyway. So there's the bike guy, Malmer, who puts the bikes together. He is really nice. My mom talked to him, I think, today, and they think it's just replacing the tube. And if that's the case, then he is willing to my mom, get the tube, and we will get the tube, and he will just replace it for us. So that way it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. If it is the frame, it's going to cost an arm and a leg. I'm going to have to take it to Ray's and pay like $100-some to get my bike fixed. And if it is just the tube and they're able to take it tomorrow and fix it and get that over with, I can call my dad and have my dad come get his bike, and I can take my bike. My dad's bike is nice. It's taller than I'm used to. It's a men's, but we did test it. I was able to ride it, but it is a lot taller than I'm used to. So, and it's different. My bike, I actually lean back a little, and Dad's bike, I can't do that. So it's a little different bike for me, a different feel. So I'm kind of hoping if this all works out, I'll be able to take my bike Thursday to my interview because I'm used to it. And this time, I will not be wearing my smartwatch. So I'm going to get going. I got food in the microwave. I'm going to chill out, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, and as you can see, I'm trying to get a good angle. I am looking, that's not a flattering angle. I'm looking as nice as I possibly can. I got on my new favorite shirt. Okay, be honest in the comments. Does this actually look good on me or not? I'm kind of nervous. Anyway, today is the day. Today is my interview at DG or Dow Gardens. At work, for some odd reason, Kevin and I started shortening it to DG. Partly because my boss doesn't know I have this interview. I simply told him I have a meeting today that I might be late for, but thankfully in city inspections for today, every so often they come through and they inspect the apartments to make sure they are fit for human habitation and stuff like that. So they came through already, checked them, that was great, which means I don't have to bike 2.5 miles to my job interview today. My mom is going to take me, which means I'm not as stressed as I was yesterday about getting to the interview, getting the interview over with, biking back home, getting ready for work, and so I'm not as much stressed about getting everything I need to done. And it helps that last night, I went to work and I made a peanut butter sandwich out of a hamburger because we didn't have bread. And that was going to be my lunch. And for me, it's like no big deal. I have peanut butter a lot and I love it, so it's fine. My friend Kevin, who works at Staples, and he's getting ready to leave in a couple weeks, he went to Arby's. They gave him a gyro, or however you say it, a gyro. I say gyro. By mistake, one of the pita bread thingies. And he didn't really want it. And he said, if you want it, you can have it. So he took me back and gave me his gyro. I had never had one before. It was turkey, tetrazzini sauce, I think is what it's called, lettuce, tomato, carrots. I loved it. It was so Good. So now I kind of want to go to Arby's this weekend and get another one for myself because it was delicious. I loved it so much. So thank you to Kevin for giving me lunch. But yeah, today's the interview. I am super nervous. I have no idea why. I think it's because, unlike Staples, I wasn't nervous going into that interview. One, because I had already worked for Staples, so I knew what it was going to be like. Two, I didn't really particularly have any burning urge to work at Staples, other than the fact that I wanted a job and I needed work. So that is basically it. I wasn't nervous. I didn't really care anyway. I'm glad I got the job, but I think I'm so nervous this time because I legitimately really, really want this job. Like when I went for the interview at Staples, you guys kind of saw that. I didn't really make an effort to dress up, to look nice. I just braided my hair. I took a shower, braided my hair, threw on my Star Wars Blueprint t-shirt. I put a sweater cardi over it. I did some leggings and a skirt. I did a little makeup. I didn't really make an effort to look nice because that was like no big deal to me. And this time I am making as much of an effort as I can. I took a shower yesterday. I put my hair in braids. I did not remove my hair from its braids until like 9 o'clock. So I did not remove my hair. So I kind of have this, I was trying to make it wave, and I don't know if you can tell, it didn't exactly come out like I wanted to. So I might need to invest in some curlers. But my hair doesn't hold curls very well anyway. So I was kind of expecting that. But I wanted to make an effort. I'm wearing one of my new shirts. I'm dressing as nicely as I can. I painted my fingernails white. I painted them Oh My Majesty. I call it my Padme and Leia nail polish. And kind of my Ahsoka polish. So it's my Star Wars ladies nail polish. So I got my nail polish. And I picked a shirt that I really like the shirt because it's a garden. So flowers, floral. And then, of course, one of the things Style Garden does every year is they do a butterfly event in the spring. My godmother gave me this necklace for my I can't remember if it was for my confirmation. I think it was for my confirmation. I want to say my grandmother gave me this necklace. I can't remember if it was for my confirmation or my high school graduation, and it's 3 butterflies, and it's one of my favorite necklaces, and I very rarely wear it. So I decided to wear it today so I could have a little bit of butterflies with me because I love butterflies and dragonflies. They're my favorite. So I'm nervous. I'm excited. I really, 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 really hope I get this job. Kevin and my friend Erin think I will because they don't see why they wouldn't hire me, but that doesn't make it any less nerve-wracking. So hoping I do really well at this interview, and I'm hoping I get this job. In other news, on the bike front, my beautiful Marietta Obi, as I call it, because it's blue, so I started calling it Obi-Wan, but it's literally called, but the bike model is literally called the Marietta. I call it Obi. Obi has been fixed. I am turning into Brandon Bingham slowly but surely. No, Obi was fixed, quick fix. It was just the tube that needed to be replaced. The guy who did it at Walmart, he was so nice, he did it, and no charge. So it was so wonderful of him. My bike is fixed. My bike is back where she belongs. I know I call my bike Obi, but she is a girl. You can be a girl and be called Obi. And so she is back where she belongs. I'm happy to have her back. I'm going to take her out at some point. The only thing is she's missing the little cap on her air valve, so I got to find something for that. But other than that, Obi is back. Obi is fine. I took her out for a little spin when I got her, and she is back to normal. My dad came and got his bike, so it's all good. I have my baby. Don't know how much longer I'm going to be riding my baby. This morning it's 51 degrees when I woke up, so it is fall. It helps that this Saturday is the first day of September, so yeah. Everybody get excited, back to school! So I'm excited. I'm happy when kids go back to school, but Obi is fixed. That is good news. My job interview is in just over an hour, just under an hour and a half. It's at 11. I'm really, like I said, I'm really nervous. Other than that, I know you guys have probably been going, your vlogs have been so boring, you never go anymore. How about this? I have decided when I was in high school and college, starting in college, back up rewind. When I was about 18 or 19 years old, I started getting blonde highlights put in my hair. I've never full on dyed my hair. I did sun-in high school and junior high, badly. But when I was started college, after reading an article in Shoujo Beat, which is this magazine that used to come out for Viz, it had like manga. It was like a manga magazine for girls, so it was a shoujo magazine, and they used to do like covers, and then like in the magazine they would do get this look and do like how you could get the look from the cover similar. And one of the things they did is one of the times they did a thing about getting highlights in your hair if you wanted the look. And I'm like, I've always wanted to do something like that. So my mom very graciously started letting me get my my mom is super protective of my hair. That's okay. I'm super protective of my hair too. But you wouldn't know that because I'd butcher my bangs. But I decided to get blonde highlights put in my hair, and the thing they recommended, chunky. I went with natural. I didn't like the look of chunky highlights, and I did go blonde because my mom said I couldn't get purple. So I started getting blonde highlights in my hair, and surprisingly they looked really good. And I think part of it is if you can't tell, I have blonde and red in my hair. It just doesn't look like it. It just pretty much looks brown, nasty brown. But I have blonde and red in my hair, so when I got the blonde highlights, they actually looked really well, and they brought out more of the natural blonde in my hair. So I got them on a regular basis, like once or twice a year. I would get my blonde highlights. When I went up to Northern Michigan University, one of my mom's friends, I think it was her daughter, worked at the salon, and their present to me was like this night at the salon. I got my eyebrows waxed for the first time ever. I've never done that again. It was interesting. And then they did my hair, cut it short, and gave me so much funny blonde highlights. It actually looked like they had just gone ahead and just dyed my hair blonde, but it wasn't. In fact, I went up to school, and a lot of the people up there thought my hair was actually naturally blonde, and I had to say no. And I would flip my hair up to show them, and then I realized the girl did such a good job that you couldn't tell because the highlights went all the way under to the bottom of my hair. So I would flip it up to show people, and it was still blonde. So I haven't done that in a few years, like 2 or 3. I stopped doing that, I think. Shortly after I came home, I stopped getting the highlights put in my hair. So I think I haven't done it since I was 25. So I haven't done it in like 4 or 5 years. I haven't gotten blonde highlights put in my hair. And I don't really know why I stopped, other than the fact that it can be pricey and I didn't have work. So I'm going to go check it out Saturday at Smart Salon, which is where I go to get my hair cut. Since I stopped using Master Cuts at the mall, I have only ever used Smart Salon. And they do a really good job. For me. Sometimes it's not great, but I like it and I enjoy it. It's priced right, so I'm going to check there, see how much highlights are, and depending on the cost, I might just get a few, or I might get a lot. I don't know. I might just do the mini to see how I like it, because like I said, I haven't had this done in years, so I don't know what it's going to look like. So that is what I'm doing Saturday. It's also Labor Day weekend, which means there's a few sales going on, so I might hit up some of those. I do know I need to go to Barnes & Noble, because I have decided to get the rest of the Star Wars manuals. Like I have Path. I always keep calling it the Path of the Jedi. It's the Jedi Path. So I have the Jedi Path, and I just got the Rebel Files, which are really cool. And there are 3 other books. There's Book of the Sith, which I gave to my brother, and I kind of want to steal it back from him, but I kind of don't want to because I think he enjoys it. So I need to get the Book of the Sith, I need to get the Imperial Handbook, and I need to get the Bounty Hunter's Code, which also has information. I can't believe it. The only reason I want the Bounty Hunter's Code is because they're in the back section, like the last section of the book, is about Mandalore. It's about the Death Watch's version of Mandalore, but it's still Mandalore. So I'm like, oh my gosh. This is hysterical. Before Clone Wars, I would have said Mandalore, ew, and then after seeing Clone Wars and seeing Satine and Bowen, I'm like, Mandalore, yay! I like Mandalore now, so I'm like kind of obsessed about it. It speaks to a lot. Like I would never have thought about doing anything, writing a story about Mandalore, but now I have 2 ideas for Star Wars The Old Republic fanfictions in my head. One of which is about a girl who is half Corellian and half Mandalorian, because I'm like, that would be interesting to see. And then another one which is about the bounty hunter, who, if you play the game, you have an option to be adopted by the leader of Mandalore. You have an option to be adopted by Mandalore. And I'm like, idea! So, but first, I had to finish Crossing Battlefields, and I just finished, I'm still working on the earlier, but I just finished outlining my rewrite for the Mortis arc. That is like, when you ask people who watch Clone Wars, what are some of the most, what is like an iconic episode, a lot of them will probably say the Mortis trilogy, because that is like out there. It added so much information it didn't add information, and it actually added more questions about what exactly the Force is, how powerful is the Force, and what role does it play overall, what can you exactly do with it. Because Mortis was literally a planet being held together with the Force by 3 Force wielders. And so it's like, what? How far can you go to the with the Force? How far can you push it? And then in the World Between Worlds in season 4 of Rebels, it's like, oh my gosh, there's like this dimension in between all time and space, and you saw what you can use. You had to use like the Force to get into it, and we saw what you could use with it. We saw Ezra literally pull Ahsoka from the battle with Vader, which happened in the past, and brought her into the present. And we saw Palpatine reaching through, and I'm like, holy cow! That was something they touched on in Legends, and now it's like, whoa. So obviously, I've said this in one of my videos, after that episode, Dave Filoni has definitely proven to us that in terms of what we know about the Force, what the Force can do, what it can be used for, we still only scratched the surface, and we're just seeing it. And so these movies are adding so much more to the Force. It's like, what the heck? So it can definitely be used for more than just opening drawers and trying to trick your way into getting more cookies, which does not work. On parents, I have tried it. It does not work. Though actually, I read a really cute fan fiction about Obi-Wan's first words, and he tried to mind trick Mace into giving him cookies. And he got a cookie because it was cute. So it was adorable. So I'm going to get going. I want to chill out, to relax, and get into the zone before this interview. Hopefully it all goes well, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, I'm at Walmart. Gotta do some shopping. Get my pizza. Wait, I gotta find where the candy went. Where did I move the candy? I need to find it. They moved everything around at the store and I can't find it. So I just got done getting my hair done. Don't know if you can see it, but I got my blend highlights put back in, and I'll explain more when I get home because I can't really do it here. But I am on a mission to find Milk Duds for my mom. I just don't know where they moved all the candy. It used to be in this area right here, and then they remodeled. So now I can't find it. Like, seriously, where did the candy go? On clearance. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for candy. So I told my mom, I asked my mom what she wanted, and she wants a large box of Milk Duds, which is like one of my favorite treats in the world. And I can't stop looking at my hair. So, hello. So, found it. Okay, I need to get Milk Duds. Found them. And they're $1.86, so Milk Duds for my mom. It was so nice, actually. My mom actually came and sat in the salon with me while she was on her lunch, on her break. So I got to see my mom. So that's always nice to see my mom when she's working, because I don't get to see that. So I got some candy for my mom. Which reminds me, I had to go back and see how much that candy was, because I need to add up my money, because my hair actually ended up being a little bit more expensive than I thought, but it's worth it. So talk to you guys later. Hi guys, I'm back at home. Sorry about the light. It got really cloudy and gloomy out, and it's actually raining, so I just checked the door. I'm getting the rest of my lunch. I'm having a late lunch, so yeah. I am running late today. I actually was going to get up early and go to the salon right after it opened, and I accidentally slept in because I didn't set my alarm. But to be honest, I needed to sleep in. So there it is. As you can see, here is my newly highlighted hair. So what do you guys think? Does it look good? I got done, and then the stylist and the girl who had come in to get highlights for ombre went, wow, that's really pretty. And it's like, I completely forgot. Like I said, I used to get my hair highlighted all the time when I was in college. I think one of the reasons I stopped was I went and got my hair highlighted one time, and it literally looked like I had skunk stripes. So I didn't like the job. So I think that was the last time. Plus, it was getting really expensive. This was, I went to Smart Salon to get these done, and this is a partial. which means they didn't do highlight all my hair. They only did some of my hair. And it was $44 because I didn't get a haircut with it because I got my hair cut in April. So $44 for partial highlights, which included, of course, the shampoo and the rinsing of my hair. And they flat ironed it. I'm not a big fan of flat ironing hair because, I don't know, they told me to blow dry my hair and I didn't like blow drying my hair because it made my hair straight. My hair is not naturally this straight, and you guys have seen that. So I don't like blow drying or flat ironing my hair, probably because I don't like that it fries my hair, so I'm not a big fan of it, but they did it. And so yeah, I got my highlights put back in. I totally forgot. These are subtle highlights, and on me, subtle does not look very subtle until they really like settle in, because my hair, it has some blonde in it already, and then my hair also has some red, and you don't notice the red. You can see the blonde and the brown, but you can't really see the red unless I'm in bright sunlight. And so when I get the blonde highlights first put in, as you can tell, they turn up really, really blonde because I have blonde in my hair. But apparently I look really good with blonde highlights, so I might start getting them again. It might be something I do like once a year. Go get my hair cut and get some blonde highlights put in and just throw them out. So I might get my hair cut, and then when my hair grows out, because I really like having blonde highlights in this length. But I think they last longer if I cut my hair, because I think I've cut my hair in the past, got my hair highlighted, and then gotten my hair cut, and I think it lasts longer because they stay as they grow out. So I don't know. I'm going to wait and see how these do it. If these last, I might just go ahead and try getting them when I cut my hair next time, but I don't know. So I'm happy with how they look. I'm really happy with how they turned out. So my mom, like I said, she has not seen this. She knows I went in to get my hair highlighted because Smart Salon is at Walmart, so she knew I was going to get my hair done today, later than she thought, but I went and got my hair done. So she actually came in and sat with me on her lunch to talk and keep me company, and so she has not seen my hair yet. And like I said, last time I got my hair highlighted like this, I was probably 25, so it's been like 4 or 5 years since I've gotten my hair highlighted. So she has not seen me with my highlights, and she is actually one of the ones who really likes it when I get my hair highlighted. So I don't know what she's gonna say because it's been so long. So this whole thing, deciding to go and get my hair highlighted again, is part of my thing, my self-appointed task to get myself more confident and more used to my new appearance. Like I said, I've lost all that weight, and I've been struggling with my appearance because I never have been one of those people who's been confident in my appearance. I used to when I was younger, and then I started gaining all this weight in high school and college. Ironically enough, around the same time I started gaining a ton of weight was around the same time we moved into the city. And when we lived in the country, I was a lot more active because I was doing 4-H and all this other stuff. And then we moved into the city, and I didn't really see a need to be active. So I stopped like going bike rides and stuff like that because we actually got rid of our bike. So I stopped doing all that stuff when I first moved to the city when I was 16. And that is around the time that I really, really started gaining a lot of weight. Like I was only like a 1 to 2x, and I have to be because of what I have. So I'm going to be like usually a plus size. But I then started packing on the weight. So by the time I finished high school, I was like a 3 to 4x. So yeah. And so I just started gaining weight, and so I had never been very comfortable with my appearance because, like I said, I had always been a chunkster. So I always had like chubby cheeks and a little bit of pudge and stuff like that. So I had never really been that confident in my appearance when I started really focusing on it. And so, and now I've lost all this weight. I'm realizing that I need to be comfortable in my own skin, but it's so hard because I still have the mentality that I'm a chunkster. I don't have great self-confidence to begin with in anything, and with my looks, I have like none. I've actually told people, I believe, people have said I look pretty, I look cute, some people say I look beautiful, and I do this, I say I'm none of those things. I actually told a friend this, I don't know if I put this in a video, but my coworker Laverne, who became like one of my surrogate moms, she heard me one day, I was getting off work and I went, I'm free, and she thought I was saying, I'm pretty, and she went, yes you are, you're very pretty, and I looked at her and go, I'm not pretty, I've never thought I've been pretty. I actually think I actually say this, I tell people I'm barely cute. In fact, I told this to a couple of my other coworkers, they laughed when I said this, I said, I am so homely, I can pass for barely cute. That is my thing. I'm so homely, I can barely pass for cute. I'm so homely, I'm cute. So that is my thing, in that I am so homely, I am just barely cute. So with losing all this weight and still staying in the men's side of I'm not that great looking, but now apparently I have a shape. My mom looked at me one day a couple weeks ago and goes, wow, you have a waist. And I went, huh? And I looked and I do. And I'm like, whoa, what is this thing? What is this new shape of my body? So I'm getting used to wearing clothes that are a little bit more form-fitting, and I'm trying to be more, it's like I have this great skin, I have all this other stuff, and I want to be more confident in my looks. I want to step out there and be this really confident person in who I look, in my personality, and all that. And it's just hard for me because I don't have any of that. So getting the highlights in my hair was kind of the step to push me to be more confident, because when I got the highlights in my hair when I was younger, I really liked them, and that was kind of a thing to signal I was a new person, because I was in college. I was going to be this new identity, and so getting the highlights put back in my hair, it's like a signal to me that, hey, I am now embracing, I'm 30 years old, I'm stepping forward in my life. I figured out what I want to do. I want to be a writer, but I have to work hard to achieve that, and I have to find place that I belong and so on. So I want to celebrate this new idea of who I am. I'm coming into my own as a Star Wars fan, as just a geeky girl in general, and I have a new body shape. I lost all this weight. I'm living a slightly healthier lifestyle. Ignore the fact that I have McDonald's on my lunch tray because I wanted McDonald's today, and that's okay. It's okay to have junk food once in a while. But as you notice, I don't have a pop. I have water. And I will actually not have pop for the rest of the day because I already had some. So if I have pop, I try to have like once a day, and then the rest of the day I drink water or like juice or something else. So, but I'm trying to embrace this new me. I'm just finding it really hard to embrace this new me that is like this confident writer. She's confident in her faith, in her beliefs, in the fandoms. She's just confident and out there. And I'm trying to match who I am to the person I am at work. At work, I am bubbly, I am outgoing, I am happy-go-lucky, I am friendly, I am bright, and that is all who I am. I actually am a very bright, happy-go-lucky person. I am very friendly, but after being bullied and going through high school and stuff and just losing all my self-confidence, I am also very shy and quiet. I get nervous really easily. I actually told the interviewers Thursday, they were like, you are such a great person. I'm like, you don't see my knees under the table shaking or my fingers playing with my ring because I am so nervous. So I'm just trying to I'm trying to get the person I am at work when I'm on stage, because I am a different person when I'm on stage than I am when I'm off, to be the person I am all the time. I'm trying to do that. I'm really only that person when I'm at work or when I am talking about Star Wars or Disney. I want to be that person all the time who's just so bright and bubbly and exuberant, and that's what I'm trying to be, but it's hard. So I'm trying to embrace my new look. I'm trying to embrace my personality, but I'm still struggling. So the highlights are kind of this thing that I'm hoping will give me a little bit of boost to go, hey, be noticed. And I'm just like, I don't know if I want to be noticed or not. So these are something to help me try and boost my confidence a little bit more. So, but anyway, my interview, I think it went great. I don't know if I have the job yet or not. I gotta wait and see. I actually was interviewed by 3 people. Like the lady I think was HR, the lady in charge of the gift shop, and the lady who's going to run the cafe at Whiting. So, and even if I don't get the job, I actually do plan on going to Whiting Forest. Midland will now be home to the world's, I don't know if it's the nation or the world's longest canopy walk. And I want to go check it out. There's going to be a section that's basically a rope bridge, and then there's going to be a section that there's going to be this one platform at the highest point, which is like 40 feet off the ground or something. That is just going to be, the platform is just going to be made out of glass, and I want to go do it. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's one of those things where I got to do it. Plus, I got over my fear of heights last year, and I really want to push myself and see how far I can take that. So, and like I told the ladies, they asked me one of my questions, what was my least favorite class at Davenport? And I'm like, I honestly cannot say that I have a least favorite class. I don't like math or science. They're not my favorite things in the world. But I can't say I dislike them because I just love learning new things. I've been like that since I was a kid. So I can't sit there and say, hey, I really didn't like math. I really didn't like science, because honestly, I didn't dislike them. They're not my favorite classes. But at the same time, I loved learning theory. I'm not so good at the practice of like certain algebraic equations and stuff like that, but I loved learning the theory. Like accounting, I'm not that great at, but I loved learning the theory of accounting and how it can relate to socioeconomics. government policies, stuff like that. So I really like learning the theory of things. And so that makes me weird. But I told them I just love learning new things because I think the more I learn, the more different things I learn, the better I'll be a more well-rounded person. I'll be a better person, and it'll just make me pop a little bit more. So yeah. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to try to get this video posted today or tomorrow. I'm not sure when. Give me a chance because I still have to do laundry too. I'm behind. So I'm going to get going. You guys stay safe, stay sane. For those of you who have started school or are going to start school, be extra safe and have a super duper awesome school year. And I will talk to you guys later. I'm sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers. Oh, and put in the comments below what you think of my new hairstyle. So see you guys. Bye-bye.